There is only freedom through me.
Ladies, and dudes, first off, I'm telling everybody right now, Apocalypse is one of my favorite anything in the world. Anything. I'm talking Bruce Lee, Michael Jordan, he's up there. 100%. He is super smart, intellectual, gets so many people to work for him. I could keep going on and on and on, but I do have to say this. I have read the comics. I have seen X-Men, the animated series, Wolverine and the X-Men, X-Men Evolution. I was ready for this movie. I have seen just about everything in the video games, just about everything that involves Apocalypse. The guy is a super genius. He transcends time. I could get to that later, but I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. He crosses comic book storylines. I'll get to that later, but the things that they could have done with Apocalypse for this movie are infinite. They are infinite. They are infinite. What he does is so huge and big and grand scale that it crosses over into other comics. I'm talking Avengers. I'm talking Fantastic Four. When he does something, he gets many villains together, and as well, many heroes come to basically take on him and his legion of followers. So whatever he does, it's huge. And we see that in the movie as well. I will get to that later. There will be spoilers in this review. I do want to say that. So bottom line is this. I'm a huge fan, dudes. Huge. The people who wrote this character are super smart, and I love that. So I just want to talk about some negative things first. Some negative thing first about the movie. Let's get to them. To start, listen, this is Apocalypse, okay? We have to see his origin story. I really wanted to have seen him being found as a baby, him being trained to fight. I'm talking, this is like Age of Apocalypse comic book, like the first, when he's first introduced, like him being found as a baby and him being trained to fight, right? He was deserted. But anyway, let's get into a whole other topic. He was great. Nobody liked him. Nobody wanted him. I really wanted to see him in the movie be merged with a celestial technology. Here, read this. One of the very first mutants, Apocalypse, is both thousands of years old and a monstrous tyrant that has been a long time foe of the X-Men. Apocalypse believes that only the strongest, whether mutant or superhuman, should survive. That's a lot like me. I'll tell you right now. I hate stupid people. I hate dumb people. I hate ignorant people. This world has too many people in it, and too many people are dumb as fuck. If this world had a lot less dumb fuck people, it would be a lot better. Trust me when I say that. I'm like him in that way. I hate stupid people. There's no reason for anyone to be stupid or ignorant in this day and age. So they should be wiped out. Anyway, his body is a mix of organics and powerful celestial technology. I wanted to see him be merged with that technology. That's who he is. That's completely what he is known for. That's part of him. I really wanted to see that. But no, we did not see that. I really wish that they showed that. Instead, they fucking focused on introducing the young Cyclops and the young Jean Grey. Let me say this. There is a lot of CGI work. There's a lot of work that went into making this. There's a lot of sets, a lot of backstories that they have to get through as well. And I'm assuming that when they were filming this or even writing this, they were just like, we're going to be over budget if we even start to show early on Apocalypse stuff and him merging with celestial technology. It might just be over budget, or maybe they just wanted to focus on this dumb shit that nobody liked. Okay, again, they focused a lot on Jean Grey and young Scott Summers. We already know who the fuck They are. Shit. How many times do stupid fucking movies have to do this? We know who fucking... Anyway, all the stupid, dumb fuck movies do this. They introducing, reintroducing, and reintroducing, and reintroducing. Shut the hell up. I wanted to see them introduce this. Listen, I'm a hardcore fan of him, and I follow the comic books of him as well. So if this goes over some people's heads, you got to do some research if you're very interested. But I wanted to see them also show King the Conqueror, aka Rama Tut. Ooh, if they would have shown that, oh shit. If you don't know who that is, please read up on him. He is very important in Apocalypse's life and in the X-Men universe as well. I actually really liked seeing the Four Horsemen in the beginning action sequence of the movie. That was sick. But I'm telling you right now, they focus too much on Cyclops and Jean. In the theater, when their parts came up, people started talking. People were disinterested. And their scenes were just too long. It was just too much talking. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Literally, it just stopped the whole movie into a dead stop. And literally, when I was watching the movie, I thought of a slug moving, watching these scenes. They were not needed. They were just fillers. They could have honestly done a lot of other stuff instead of focusing on those characters. Way too much exposition. A lot of scenes dragged on. I was literally just saying, okay, go back to Apocalypse. Go back to... What is he doing? What is he doing? I don't care about this shit. I don't care. Everybody fucking knows who Jean and Scott are. Also, I want to say about stuff that I kind of don't like. Apocalypse's look. His look is eh. Honestly, it's alright. X-Men, the animated series, and the comic books are still... Also, Marvel vs. Capcom. They are still the best versions of Apocalypse to date. His voice. His voice is not that good. Sometimes there is an echo when he speaks. Sometimes there's not. The movie only showed him getting taller in the movie where he was in Professor X's mind. He got taller there. By far, his voice is the best in X-Men, the animated series. By far. And here is a little clip of it. You hear that little sound effect at the end? That's because he transformed his whole body. He made it much taller. We only see a little bit of that when he's inside Professor X's mind and they're fighting. He gets taller there. But, I mean, I really would have liked to see him manipulate his arm into a weapon, because that's part of his power. He manipulates matter into whatever the hell he wants. And he does that in every fucking adaptation we have seen. Except the movie, right? Except the movie. I'm telling you, budget cuts maybe, hey, let's just fucking focus on Jean and fucking... What? You stupid mother... I'm just talking about stuff that I don't like right now. And come on, at least turn his arm into a weapon. They didn't even show that. No, not at all. I also wasn't expecting to hear Metallica's Four Horsemen in a movie, let alone in an X-Men movie. So that was kind of weird. Did it fit what the fuck was happening? Not really. There were awesome sequences where there was classical music being played that did fit, but that's a whole other story. But I also did want to see this character. Now, there's characters in Apocalypse's storyline that are integral, okay? Number one of them is... Oh, actually, I'll just say one of them is Cable. Okay? One of them is Cable. I'll say this. The fucking morons at Hollywood studios, all these Hollywood morons, always give away way too much in their trailers, and then they keep releasing trailers and more trailers and little clips, TV spots. I didn't watch shit. You know how hard it is to be online and not... purposely not see anything, because there's spoilers all over. There's studios themselves put spoilers in their trailers, so I didn't see shit, right? So I didn't want to. I just wanted to go in fresh from my experience and knowing his storyline. Cable and Apocalypse are like two peas in a pod, okay? But he wasn't in the movie. I also wanted to see a mention, maybe just a mention of him, maybe him and his plane crash. If you guys know what I'm talking about, cool. If you don't, doesn't really matter. But like I said, he's very, very key to Apocalypse's storyline. So nothing of Cable was mentioned at all. Nothing. Another person who is another pea in the pod is Nathaniel Essex, aka Mr. Sinister. But we will get to that later, won't we? Yes, we will. Now, those are the things that I kind of did not like and hated, some that I hated. And that's pretty much it. It's not that bad, right? Not that bad. Considering me a huge super fucking fan. Let's talk about some good stuff. Eric Lensher. Holy shit, Magneto. Now, again, they keep introducing and more exposition of characters we already know. How about you fucking focus on Apocalypse's storyline instead of the characters who we already know? And I don't care. Who cares what they're doing now? Who cares? I don't care. Okay, I don't care what they're doing now. Just get them together and fight Apocalypse. But I do want to say, Eric Lensher's story was fucking sick. Sick. With his family. And yeah, it was sick. Another story that I really liked is Psylocke. Not much of a story, but Psylocke's character, Olivia Munn, the actress who played her, badass. Damn awesome character. Psylocke, damn awesome character. Psylocke, another integral key part of Apocalypse's story. Storm in Egypt. Stealing. That's awesome. Straight out of the comics. That storyline was sick. The backstory was awesome. I like seeing Jubilee in the X-Men movie. Even though she didn't use her powers, I did like seeing her in an X-Men movie. Now, Quicksilver. Dudes, again, Quicksilver again ruled in the movie. He was the comic relief, and he also had a sick action sequence saving the kids from the mansion explosion. Sick. That alone is worth the price of admission. Again, just like in the other movie. Nightcrawler. Not much of an exposition for him, but he also ruled in the movie. He was actually a very, very big part. A huge part. I mean, he basically almost saved the day, but what he did in the movie was awesome. He also ruled in the movie. One of the stars in it for sure. Jean Grey also showing her Phoenix-type powers at the end. Oh, I'll plump this in with things I didn't like. These morons. Everybody in the fucking... If you don't know, you're going to find out. Jean gets her powers while flying a shuttle. These fucking idiots at the studios basically just always shoehorn in, just throw in her Phoenix powers whenever they want, whenever they see fit, even if it doesn't make sense. It was like the scapegoat, dudes. It was like the scapegoat. Apocalypse is... If you don't know Jean's powers, I'll just briefly explain. Her fucking Phoenix powers are uncontrollable, number one, and they're universally some of the biggest powers in the universe. Okay, not the galaxy, the universe. So they wanted somebody with some powers to match Apocalypse. So hey, let's put it in. And let's not really tell the story of how she gets her powers, like and they did fucking what is that? X-Men Part 3. Whatever movie X-Men 3, when she killed the professors. Dumb fucks, man. They're so stupid. So they basically just shoehorned in this power at the very end. Oh, she's the Phoenix. Just now how she gets her powers. Yes, this is like very nerdy stuff, but I mean, it's in the comics. It's in the animated series, okay? They're just making it up. They're not going through, they're not following the source material, which these Hollywood morons, they rarely do. They do whatever the fuck they want, but that's another story. But I do want everybody to read this. Apocalypse's technology is so advanced that one of his robots has shown being able to teleport into the Fantastic Four's headquarters undetected, hack into their computers, steal information, and leave without being detected. And Apocalypse has used his technology in an attempt to drain Loki's magical energy. Yes, that Loki. Apocalypse even possesses technology that can not only allow him time travel, but can even open rifts in reality itself. Now, they could have gone a million directions with that. I'm telling you, I've told people, and I have said it in the video, when he does something, everybody gets involved. He's a huge, big-time player in the Marvel Universe, and it's unbelievable that they took this many years to actually make a movie about him. Like I said, I've been watching since I was a damn kid, okay? So I've been waiting years and years and years and years. So I was very much anticipating this movie, but I had an open mind because I know how Hollywood morons are. So anyway, the point is, they could have gone a million directions in the movie. They could have taken it into uncharted places. Just said, we're going to go all out. We're going to get everybody in this motherfucker. We want to make billions, not hundreds of millions. We want to make billions. Let's do it. Let's just get like Avatar style. Let's raise the bar. Let's raise the bar. Even though I hated Avatar, technologically that movie did raise the bar. But anyway, they could have just went and said, let's make this huge. But no, they kind of like the same old shit. Kind of like the same old shit that they've been doing. They needed a director. They need somebody who thinks bigger. Just think bigger, bigger, bigger. And Apocalypse was the guy, the character to do the movie on. But whatever. They had so many characters in this movie. Oh, it's holy shit. Holy shit. They could have taken some out and just focused more on Apocalypse's story. For sure. And especially taking out some scenes that slowed the movie down a lot. Like stopped it. Trust me, everybody in the movie was like, ugh, not this again. Now, Wolverine. I loved them showing Weapon X. Wolverine in his Weapon X outfit. That part of the movie was fucking badass, you motherfuckers. Badass. Crazy, mad Wolverine causing all sorts of chaos, killing people. That was straight out of the comics. They did follow that, right? With the dude, his headset, that was sick. When I saw that, I said, oh shit, that is sick. Now, one of my favorite parts in the whole movie was when Apocalypse enhanced Magneto's powers, telling him to reach down deep into the earth to move it. That was one of my favorite, as well as Storm's powers and the Angel of Death being created. That was sick, but not as much as fucking Magneto. Holy shit, that was sick, dudes. I really like that. Apocalypse took him to Auschwitz. Oh, why did you bring me here? That was sick. Watch the movie. That, again, is also worth the price of admission. Seeing that scene, Apocalypse take Magneto. Oh, shit, man. That was sick. That was really, really cool. And yes, in the comics, and yes, in the animated series, Magneto does align himself with Apocalypse. I'm telling you. Apocalypse, when he gets people working for him, he gets the best of the best. And you actually do see that in the movie. He goes and literally looks for the best of the best mutants. And that part was true and honest and cool. Okay? The ending battle between the X-Men and the Four Horsemen and Apocalypse was very fucking cool. I didn't like the fact that they literally showed him getting destroyed. Okay? Usually his plan fails and then he disappears and then reappears at a later date. He can as well transfer his consciousness, so he is not dead. Okay, he is immortal. some things that I fucking loved. One of them was a joke. I believe it was Jean Grey that said, she said, at least we can all agree the third is always the worst. Pretty much acknowledging that the third X-Men movie was the worst, and she is right. They killed Professor X with her Phoenix powers. Honestly, the third X-Men movie was directed by somebody else. I don't remember who. And it was dumb. It was the worst. And that's actually bold and kind of funny. People did laugh in the audience that they acknowledged that the third X-Men movie was the worst. Again, she said, at least we can all agree the third is always the worst. People got it. People got it. The other part, ooh boy, that I really, really, really liked, that I loved, and maybe only hardcore fans will understand it, but it was nonetheless, it was fucking awesome. Oh man, let me tell you guys about this. So, voiceover of Apocalypse talking about weapons in reference to the current weapons that exist, nukes, bombs, etc. And while they were showing those weapons being deployed, while we see them in the screen, he says things like spears, flaming rocks, etc. That reminded me of one of my favorite quotes by him in X-Men the Animated Series.
How many peoples have dreamed of my end? You are no closer than the Babylonians with their swords and fire sticks. You really believed I was not invincible?
How fucking awesome is that? Sick quote. I almost want to watch the movie again. Pay $13, whatever, just to hear that quote again with that and the screen. Because that's just a little hint, a little taste that he has been alive for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. He's fought everybody. People have worshipped him. Huge, long history with Apocalypse, okay? That little nugget, that was sick. Sick quote. Really, really liked that they added that. Overall, the movie, is it worth watching again? Yes. If I could edit that motherfucker, take a lot of dumb parts out that slowed the movie down. Everybody agreed with that. Okay? Number two, if I was directed, cut that out, shoot Apocalypse's originating story. Include a ton of characters. Okay? Please. But anyway, we can't go back in time. Apocalypse can. That's a whole other story. But, yeah, is it worth watching again? Yes. Am I going to buy it on Blu-ray? Yes, but I'm telling you, when I was watching the movie and those stupid-ass slow scenes, I'm like, oh, fuck this. Because I want to see the behind the scenes. I want to see what they talk about, how it was like shooting, and maybe more information on whatever. So I definitely do want to get the Blu-ray. Is it pretty perfect? Hell no. Is it superb? No. Is it good? I would say so. Yeah, it's worth seeing. It's worth renting, buying on Blu-ray for sure. The ending sequence, okay? After Wolverine killed all those guards, a ton of people, after he didn't escape, the X-Men let him out. Okay, after he got out of the facility, this team comes in, right? And who knows what they're doing, but they're just walking, and then this guy puts down a briefcase. This is the ending scene, by the way, after the credits. He puts down a briefcase, and it says Essex Corp. And like I said in the beginning, Nathaniel Essex is Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse have the same ideas, dudes. Evolution. Only the strong survive. And Nathaniel is one of the most, if not the most knowledgeable on evolution. And he studies that, and he has his own lab, and that's his passion. and in the comics and in the anime series, they do not diverge from this. Apocalypse and Mr. Sinister. When I was going in the theater, I said, holy shit, are they gonna fucking have Cable? Holy shit, are they gonna have Kang the Conqueror? Holy shit, are they gonna have Mr. fucking Sinister? Because all of them are integral. They're, like I said, they're peas in a pod. But at the very end, I thought that they were gonna show another person getting into the consciousness, Apocalypse going into the consciousness of somebody else. But no, instead, they basically introduce Mr. Sinister. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Sinister is very weak. As far as powers go, Cyclops could kill him. I'm telling everybody right now. Apocalypse could kill him easily. But he is a super, super genius, super smart person. And with the help of Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister and him could do a lot of crazy things. So who knows what will happen in the future. Everybody, thank you for watching. And I will leave you with one of my favorite quotes.
I know more of this world than you have even dreamed. That is why I must destroy it.